Monday. Most people come in. I had such a great weekend. Oh my God, go fuck yourself. That was then. This is now, bitch. It's a whole new set of rules. It's Monday. If you ain't waking up with the taste of blood in your fucking mouth like a shark 5 feet from the shore, you fucked up. You understand? Because Monday is when you go. Everybody else is like, still the weekend. You fucking go.
Yeah, what the deal, y'all? Happy Monday. Happy post-Super Bowl day.
Yes.
Super Bowl weekend. It's Monday at 6 o'clock, like we always do, like the halftime show. It's 6 o'clock on the dot. Got my doctor cruising the streets. It's a wonderful weekend, to say the least. This is my co-host, the one and only great Amir Silly. Sean Harvey will be in shortly. He's running a little late, but we gotta kick it off anyway, because I got to get to a dinner. My sister's birthday, one of my oldest sister's birthday. I'm down here in Charlotte to support and surprise her for her birthday. And of course, I got lucky and got a show on the same fucking night. So anyway, that worked out. It is all good. Let's talk about the weekend recap. My weekend, Amir, before the Super Bowl, I was in, obviously kicked off Thursday night in Queens at the Truth Lounge. We had a great, it was just a fucking, I love those kind of shows when you get all the people you like, when like we just cool as fuck and we like each other and we on the show and we're just tapping in our bags and shit. Freddie Ricks, Sean Harvey was there. Who I had there? It was just a Billy, the billionaire, 3 other cats stopped through for guest spots. It was just a good, organic ass, fun. Look at us having fun doing what we get paid to do most of the time, and it was a great thing. So that was Thursday. Woke up, was on a 12 o'clock flight going to Detroit. I was in the D this weekend for 5 shows, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, and we did a Super Bowl matinee show at 3, which surprisingly was great. When they told me, I was like, why don't I said, yo, what they want these 5 shows out. It's me and John Hint, by the way, right? And I'm like, why don't you just do, if y'all worry about the Super Bowl, just do it Thursday. I'll come in the day early. And then we do the Friday, Saturday, 5 shows. Everybody go watch Super Bowl. It was like, nah, we don't really, Thursday's not our thing. We know we can pull a Sunday matinee because we did those before. I'm like, all right, whatever. Don't matter. My money's guaranteed, right? So I get up and the night before, all the shows are really nice. I mean, we getting in our bag, me and John are pinging off each other perfectly and stuff. And then, the night before we leave the venue, I say to the guys, hey, how does the matinee look tomorrow, right? And it's a small venue. You get about 150 in there, whatever. And the guy goes, oh, we got about 20-something, whatever. I said, whatever. 20-something, going to get a show. You know what I mean? Man, we came in there the next day, man, it was over 50, 60 motherfuckers in this room. And I'm like, so we start joking on that. Like, we the niggas that don't give a fuck about the Super Bowl. We out doing shit, right? So fast forward that, we leave there. We go, we decide we were going to hang in the lounge, and then we decide, Quincy and I said, you know what? Let's go watch this shit in our lobby of our hotel. We at the Hilton. They got the screen TVs. They got the food specials, the bars right there. I said, you know what? You're right. Let's go. We go, and it's about 8 or 9 of us in the entourage. You got my man Big Wayne from Cleveland. His people's, my people, actress out there I know, shout out to Tracy Knox, who's doing big things. She's like on her 5th movie right now, right? So she hung out with Quincy, his friends hung out with us. Some random dude is at the damn bar in the hotel, and he's just a fucking fan. I mean, he's like, yo, love your niggas, man. Blah, blah. Yo, get on whatever they want. Your money's no good here, nigga. We got fucked up at this small bar. When the nigga say your money no good, you gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
Because you have no concept. At least money gives you a concept of reeling it in. Oh, I didn't spend $80. Let me slow the fuck down. When a nigga go, your money ain't no good, you gonna be the nigga. So anyway, that was great. We watched the game. I want to say this first and foremost. I want to say I was very happy with Usher's performance. And it was, and once you give your recap, we're gonna go back and talk about this performance. And I got a segue of something for Motivation Monday that is triggering right now and trending in more ways than one. So I watched Super Bowl. The best thing about the Super Bowl, obviously, I was going for KC. They won, but the best thing is You know how you better get those Super Bowl boxes? So in my bar, I'm in 4 boxes. I'm in 4 different things. Why I win 3 out of 4? Why the fuck I get halftime, third quarter, final score? Dude, I'm sitting there looking at my shit on my phone like, and I forgot to take a picture before I left. I said, oh, somebody said something about a box. I said, oh shit, I got money in boxes. So I text my man in the bar. I said, yo, send me a picture of every box. So I sent him the picture. So every quarter I'm checking. I'm like, this is good free money. I need this, right? So as soon as I get some free money, nigga, I go and buy some It's Just Comedy merch. You know, I'm running out over here. I got about 30 pieces to sell tonight. And God willing, the creek don't rise. How was your weekend, bro?
Man, listen. So first and foremost, man, it sounds like you said, you had a phenomenal weekend. For those who do and don't know, this was the double nickel birthday weekend. Friday was the 55th Solar return. So Friday, my beautiful lady took me out. We went to this restaurant called T-Bones in Red Rock Hotel, and the food and the ambiance was unmatched, man. I mean, just top-notch service. Everything about the place was fire. Now, this is what's funny. So we get in there, and our reservation, they were taking a little time to get our table together. But they had on, I feel like it was like a Ty Boogie or Danny D mix. I swear to God to you and Sean. It was every old school black song you could think of. Before I let go, like all of these songs are just playing. Now the restaurant is predominantly, white. So I'm looking around like, did they put this on for us? Like I'm confused. Like
Right.
I'm really looking around like, but the restaurant's rocking, everything's good. We sit down, the food was impeccable. Like I said, the service was incredible. So if you're ever in Vegas and y'all want to check out a really great steakhouse, it's called T-Bones. It's in the Red Rock hotel thing in Summerlin, off the chain. So that was Friday. Saturday, I kind of just took it easy and chilled out. And then yesterday, my lady and some of her friends, they wanted to do the Super Bowl in Resorts World. So we go down to Resorts World. We went to this seafood spot called Aqua. Again, off the chain, really dope. They had the game on. We drinking, we chilling, we just watching the game, having a good time. We leave there, we go to 2 other spots. We go to a spot called Cork and Thorn, where they had a dope DJ. They had hookah, they had cigars. We drinking Casamigos, just having a ball. They even had a real band, a 3-piece band, 3 dudes, a drummer, a guitar, and 2 guitarists. When I say these 3 dudes was jamming. They killed it. And then we went by one other spot, and that was, kind of the, antithesis of the weekend. But when I say I've had a great weekend and I'm just having a ball, I didn't get in the mix, and I didn't, try to get into any of the major parties, anything like that. I just stayed on the out fringes of everything. But I'm having a blast out here. I'm in Vegas, in case y'all were trying to figure that part out. It's like 56 degrees today. That's why I got the Scully on, because it ain't exactly hot, but it ain't, freezing either. And it was just a great weekend, man. But most importantly, like I said, just humble and thankful to everybody who texted, called, sent the message, however, to just, wish me a happy birthday, man. I'm just humbled by it all and thankful for it all. So that was really,
you know what, man? We
owe
you double nickel celebration, and I got to get it done because come May, guess what? I'm double nickel. So I gotta give you your flowers and your celebration before it's too late. When are you coming back this way?
I'll be back Thursday or Friday.
Okay, so that's great because Saturday, let's get up. I got a show with Kenny Williams, Queens. It's gonna be like a show party thing in the ballroom. Hey man, on me, bro, on me.
All right.
On me, on my mama. On my So, Sean Hardy, you late to clap, sir. Turn around, face the wall. Turn around and face the wall. Face the wall. Put the dunce hat on and face that goddamn wall. Okay, you good. How was your week?
I bust through the store to get on this show on Motivational Monday. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I was in that Club Aqua this weekend.
Bro, you're a fucking asshole, bro.
I wasn't around all of that, but I tell you what, I was at Game Time Bar and Grill down the block from my house,
Did you
doing a
have a show
comedy
this weekend,
show.
or you just watched the game?
Yeah, I did both. Well, yes, we did football yesterday, obviously, but Saturday, Amir Silly, the New York King. It's very gratifying because I do a comedy show literally 10, maybe 12 minutes from where I live.
That's
And it takes on a whole different dynamic because I'm always traveling to the shows from where I live, and to have a show 11 minutes from the crib, and just after the show, mix and mingle, we partying, we talking, we connecting. All the folks that support me, that come out to the show and have a great time, and literally 11 minutes driving and maybe 2 hours walking. It's a good feeling when you're doing what you love to do, and you're literally doing this is my version of working from home with pre-COVID, just walking around the corner basically. So that was great for the weekend. And then of course Super Bowl. And I heard you mention Usher. I don't know if you want to talk about it yet, but Usher.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go into that as soon as you finish.
Yeah. I just said only thing I want to say about Usher had the white glove on. That means he's the new R&B king. I saw the white glove.
He
saw the white glove, bro. Who was the last dude that had the white glove on, bro?
One glove though. You try to put two on, you fucked up. The whole mystique of Michael Jackson was the one fucking glove, bro. If you come,
he had on one glove.
Two gloves, you just another nigga shoveling shit. Let's call a spade, fam. So check this out. This is a great way to start because this Usher thing, and I'm gonna say up front, I don't know if it's wisdom, older age, or just fucking intellect. But I'm really on loving us and what we do and what we bring to these platforms and these tables, right? I'm really on to that shit, right? And for some reason, the expression, get out of your own way, as a people, we can't seem to get out of our own way as a people. We always gonna find something negative to pit us against each other. The first thing, out of all the great shit he did on that fucking medley, if you will, all social media grabbed was him behind Alicia Keys and provoking Swiss beats on social media for 24 fucking hours. It's still going on right now. I seen it, and don't get me wrong, some of this shit is funny, but you doing something. This man is respecting his wife. His wife is a fucking iconic artist as well. They come out, they do the My Boo together. He get behind, they dance, he hug her. Everybody snapshot that shit. Yo, Swiss, smack the shit out of me, bro. Everything get the dramatization, right? And when it put me in the frame of what's going on right now, period, across the board. I wake up in my feed, it's 3-4 comedians talking shit. And when I say talking shit, I mean like talking about this shit. Like Guy Tori's in there like, yo, man. It's like, yo, the comedians got a beefing with each other. Nigga, we Generation X. If you Gen X, why all the shit we talk about, the ones that come after us, we're setting a horrible example because we're causing friction and with us. This reminds me back when Jimmy Martinez, remember when Jimmy was on his rants and fuck Talent and fuck Ray DeJean and Bob Staple and fuck him and Bob from all that shit, right? Yeah. The only thing that stood out to me about that, see, that shit is like bounce off me like round ball. But the only thing that stands out to me is that when we get in our feelings and we get mad and we want to do what we're doing and go splatter all these names and everything, it's only us on us. All those black people you naming, none of them motherfuckers are the gatekeeper. There's a gatekeeper keeping them. But you won't mention those people. You keep saying Oprah. You keep saying Lee Daniels. You keep saying Kevin Hart. You keep saying And we keep doing this shit to each other. So now the latest thing now is Mike Epps posts his shit. He beefing with Shannon Sharp. Because Shannon Sharp mentions his name. Oh, you mentioned my name. So he DM, you'll bring me on the show, blah, blah, blah. So I guess Shannon said some shit, oh, Mike DMing me, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to roll up on him also, blah, blah, blah. So he's like, yo, how you got beef with me? Da, 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 da. I woke up to the shit. I'm like, what's going on? Like really what's going on? But it's so much of this. I wanted to bring this to Motivation Monday because I'm like, how? Because everybody who watches this show, even in their own likeness, whatever their occupation is, whatever they do, we do this shit in our everyday going on. Like, what is our problem with us?
You want to take this, Sean? You want to take first?
Yeah. You can close out. Let me get 2 minutes of this. What is the problem with us? It stems from.
Hold on, Sean. Yeah. Listen to the word. It's very different. What is our problem with us? Like,
right.
The problem with us.
Right. Yeah. The problem with us. It runs deep. It comes from a resentful, envious place that for some reason we can't accept the fact that and be happy for folks that are achieving in life and don't look at what we're with our own personal gains. We sit there and we compare. Everyone compares. You don't have to compare you with anybody else. So if that person has more or less, and the sad part is when you see somebody that has less than you, you feel better about yourself. So that's the problem here. It's internal, it's generational. If your mom's is out there and your pops is out there hating, a lot of that's going to spill off on you. It spills off on the kids. And we as Black folks, the materialistic thing, it got us by a headlock, bro. You see Mark Zuckerberg and all these billionaires and even Black billionaires like Robert Johnson. These guys got regular T-shirts on, blazers. They're not wearing the hottest fashion. And we get caught in that illusion, in the optics of things that we don't have, but we don't even take a moment to take a look at how grateful we are, what we have in life, our potentials. And you know what? If you find yourself in a position to feel good and be happy for somebody else, it's going to come back at you. If you're hating, you're going to have that hate spirit. If you look at someone and go, yo, you know what, they're doing really good, it should be a motivation for you to go to a whole nother level. Now, one more thing. First of all, Alicia Keys looked absolutely beautiful. There's only maybe 40% of the women on earth that could wear that little jumper. And ladies, don't start playing yourself and wear the Alicia Keys red jumper if you have an Alicia Keys body. Because I know y'all gonna come out with the all red next week and playing yourself. That's another issue.
Valentine's.
Check this out. The internet is crazy. They rehearsed this for weeks. You think they just did this last night? Switch Beats and all of them, they all work together. They are entertainers. They practiced the set. He was probably there or not. It was a performance by two great performers. That's all it was. That's all I saw. I didn't go, oh man, why are you grabbing on her like that? I didn't even see that. I saw two of our legendary performers performing at the Super Bowl on its highest level. And I was grateful for that. And I loved his performance. But we can't see it that simple. We just can't do it because of some of these reasons that I talked about. Envy, resentment, and a lack of gratitude and what we feel about ourselves. And I'm done.
It don't make sense, bro. It's like I'm looking at it piece by piece. I'm looking at it step by step. And every time I touch, go click on the app, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, or fucking Instagram. That's the funny thing about it. This is how you know we hate ourselves for real. Because it don't matter what fucking app you go on. You could go
It's
on.
there.
You could click on Instacart.
Yeah.
And there's a
Son.
nigga in there like,
Yeah.
Right.
See, you know what? First of all, you both, make a compelling argument. And Sean, I think you nailed it. I think the biggest thing for so many is we don't understand how to look inward. A lot of us haven't been taught that. We are so looking for outward adulation and celebration. We can't wait for somebody else to cheer for us, whatever that may be. And you gentlemen hit the stage. So obviously when you do a great set and you get a standing ovation, there's a sense of something. To be honest with you, we are all supposed to be, in a sense, able to pat ourselves on the back, be mindful, thankful, and have gratitude for the things that we have been able to manifest in our own right. I know so often, when you look at social media, like you said, and especially these platforms, part of the problem is everybody, as you just said, Sean, is comparing. And I don't know and understand why we're ever comparing, because this is the way I see it. I'm thankful that I know both of you gentlemen, but there are a ton of other people who also know you gentlemen. I see every time I look up, I see Amir's in a picture with Sean, or he's in a picture with, King Talon, and so forth and so on. And the point is, we're in pictures together because we happen to be three men who support each other. We happen to be three gentlemen who truly understand what it means to be thankful and grateful for any and all of the wonderful things that life has presented to and for us thus far. And from that, it has allowed us to reach into other spaces and to forge relationships and or situations through this brothership, through this friendship, through this, And I think if people really understood that, if we really took a moment and stopped, hating on your sister or hating on your brother and all of that stuff for reasons that just don't make sense. I don't know why this one is always around that one. What does that have to do with you? How is that taken away from your life? How is it added to your life? That's their moment in time for that specific situation. If you look back over your life and over the course of your life, you'll see that there were moments and times that we weren't a part of, that were magical, that were special, that were wonderful. So if you take the time to really just appreciate those, that's how more of those come to fruition. But we have been duped into believing that our job is to create haters. Our job is to create people who, I got a mean mug every time I see a Sean Harvey. I got a mean mug every time I see talent. What are we mean mugging about? Life too short. Like I told y'all, this is the double nickel. Like I said, talent is, a stone's throw away from the double nickel. And Sean, I know you got us by a few. But the beauty of it is you're looking at three gentlemen right now who got well over a couple of 100 years of experience in life.
Yeah.
And I've had the opportunity to take that and not only share it with the world, but share it amongst each other. So that hopefully we don't go down some of the same roads or make some of the same mistakes that each of us have made under other circumstances. And if you really do what you're supposed to do with life, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Oh my God, Sean mentioned that, and I was about to go down that block. He said that down there is a dead end. Don't go down that block. Talon has given me a jewel and told me, not to do A, B, C, and D. Let me listen to that jewel and move accordingly. We gotta stop with this. Everything is a shot at us. And Talent, you said something that just makes sense. It's funny again how we get to be adults and you think about some of the stuff that we heard as children.
Right.
Words are just words unless you give them power. And we gotta stop giving words power. I get it. Oh, somebody said something and I ain't like what they said. Did it mess with your money? Did it affect you physically? No, then who cares? And to be clear, 10, 20, 30, 1,000 years from now, nobody else is going to care either. So why are you so invested in that now?
I'm going to tell you why, because there's a word. This is what we got to do. A step towards the right direction is checking our obsessions. We're obsessed with all the wrong things. The people that are on the wrong foot, people that can't shake the negative vibe and animosity, is because you have to protect your obsessions. Meaning, let's deal with the definition of obsession. To be obsessed with something is having or showing excessive or compulsive concern with something. Absolutely obsession. You're obsessed with this girl, this person, this thing. How come we can't take a word like that that's mostly deemed negative and use it in a positive sense? Like, why are you not obsessed with hard work?
Yeah.
Why are you not obsessed with showing up for your fellow brother or sister? Why are you not obsessed with putting somebody else down? Why are you not obsessed with giving jewels to the young ones behind you and bringing them up in a positive manner? But you spend all this time obsessed with, like Amir just said, what they just said about me. Yeah. I'm obsessed about this one here that live in my building. This one, she go with my ex-boyfriend. Ex, motherfucker.
Yeah. Right. But
you know, you out there with somebody else now.
Right. So but you see
obsession. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Sean, go ahead.
Yeah, but you see, here's the thing that trips it out. It's like a David Blaine trick. What you're saying makes so much sense, but it flies over everybody's head. And sometimes I believe when you break it down to its very last compound, like the famous lyrics, people just can't grasp what you just said. You just dropped $1 million worth of jewels, but no one can accept it because it's too simple. You broke it down. You broke this shit down so simple that nobody can accept it. In no way. It's the times that we live in today. Because if you said to somebody outside, yo, you should be obsessed with hard work, they're gonna discard what you're saying. It's
but do you understand how simple that is? You understand what I'm saying? Like when words are just words. Words are put there to make a language and make it mean something. How that word gains this thing, like we always, like if you know anything about black people, like real. We black, real pro-black motherfuckers. Like, you ever hear real pro-black motherfuckers talk? They got a point. They're like, yo, look what they did to the language. Everything black is negative.
Yes.
Black cat, bad luck. You know what I mean? Black mirror, black. Everything black is, over the years, we've equated it with the negative. So the word obsessed is actually not a bad word. If you obsessed about good shit, obsessed is a perfect word because you use it for bad essence. When I walked away from the Club Shay Shay interview with Monique, it's a 3-hour interview, bro. You know all that red shirt up here, the top thing. You obsessed with Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah.
You couldn't get through 2 topics without circling back. Yeah, but Oprah. And then he'll talk about some other shit. Your mother. Yeah, but Oprah. Through the whole 3 hours, you can't move on because this sister, who you fucked up. You idolized her. You put her on a high pedestal, maybe too high. I don't know. But you got your dream come true. You got to do some things that brought you to join with your idol you were obsessed with, and then the business dealings along the way estranged y'all. You fucked up, and she don't want nothing to do with you no more. And it's like you can't take it. It's like you need her to acknowledge these things yourself. It's been over a decade. Move on. You know how many motherfuckers, bro? It's like I may like you, I may be a fan, blah blah blah. I save my obsessions for shit that means good to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm obsessed with putting oil on a bitch fat ass. I'm obsessed.
Right.
I smell.
Yeah.
No,
right.
I don't care what they do in the other room. The other room, they might be in the video game. I don't know. But in my room, put oil bags.
Yeah.
And I'm smiling. Probably on a fucking edible, just smile for no reason. Fucking mad. But the point is, I'm obsessed with something that's not bothering, hurting in a negative manner. I'm not putting nobody down. I'm in that moment, whatever that moment is, and I'm enjoying myself, pleasing myself, and hopefully my partner or whatever. But that obsession is not a bad obsession. When this comedy shit, I tell people all the time, a motherfucker will watch the finished product and stand amazed and astounded. Yo, that's what I want to get my shit like. How you get that funny? Da, 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 da. Nigga, I was obsessed with it.
Yeah.
I eat, sleep, and drink it. And
Yeah.
I pick it apart and I look at this and I watch that and I study this and and I'm doing all of these things every single fucking day. For now, which will be in a couple of months, 33 years. So if I didn't get good by now, it's because I wasn't obsessed with my job. You know, I just said why you can't be obsessed with your job.
Yes.
I'm obsessed with my job. So I make sure that I dot the I's, cross the T's, and be the best that I could be. You know, I don't give a fuck if you pay $5 to see me or $50 to see me. I don't want to let you down for that's your money. That's your hard-earned money. So I'm obsessed with my craft and my artistry and this thing called stand-up comedy and my even with my business part of it, not just the joke part. Like me and Sean, we produce shows sometimes, you know. We hire and fire and bring people in and pay for planes and hotels. And even with that, I'm obsessed with that going right and me being least inconvenience to whoever I'm working with and dealing with. Why we can't do that with that word obsessed? Why we can't put it and place it in these positive pockets so that it behooves us. And you already know how this goes, Amir. If it behooves me and I'm happy, everybody around me gonna be happy.
And you know, again, like Sean said, you made that so simple and you simplified it in such a way that, like you said, it almost seems like it doesn't make sense because in life, we first and foremost, you know, we keep hearing these wonderful things. Well, if it wasn't hard, then it's not worth it. I wish we would stop giving each other these dumb ideologies that in some cases don't work under the circumstances. Now, are there moments when things are hard? Yes. I'm sure maybe the first time either you gentlemen hit the stage because it was a situation you weren't familiar with, it seemed hard at that point. But the moment you had the opportunity to actually do it and you got past it, you were like, okay, this wasn't as hard as I thought. This wasn't as crazy as I thought it was going to be. And that's what happens. We live in a world where everything is made up in our heads long before it actually comes to fruition. And the problem with that is the story that you tell yourself in your head, 90% of the times is way crazier than the actual act itself, like way crazier. You ever tell yourself something and you get to actually do it and you be like, damn, it wasn't even close to what I had played in my head. But that's because my understanding is our minds are supposedly programmed to protect us under all circumstances. Now, this is not something that I'm saying. This is something that I've heard. This is supposedly a scientific fact. Our minds are always in protection mode. So that's why it creates these stories to, make us be like, oh my God, wait, what am I doing? Whatever. But with that having been said, if and when you start to understand that, then you hopefully tell yourself a different story, because the better story that you tell yourself, the better the outcome. The more that you tell yourself the story of negativity, the more you tell yourself the story of being scared and wondering whether or not it's going to happen, then you're more than likely to bring that to fruition than you would if you just went in, took your bumps and lumps, and ran through whatever it is you had to go through. So I just encourage everybody who's going to watch this, stop telling yourself bad stories. Tell yourself good stories, because good stories will lead to good results. And that's always what you're trying to get to. You're not trying to get to the negativity. You're trying to get to the positivity.
Then you got to ask yourself this. Here's part two of this. Plan B of this is how, because I think a lot of people's problem is we all got trials and tribulations. Life just not perfect. If life was perfect, it wouldn't be life. You know what I mean? We wouldn't have to be here. We all just be up in the clouds. God would have skipped this part. Trials and tribulations will come to each and all of us. Nobody's unscathed. Nobody. I don't care. Billionaires right now are somewhere stressed out. They got all the money in the world, and something fucking pissing them off. Ask yourself, how hard is it for you as an individual to let something go? Are you one of those people that just holds on to shit so long, so strong, that it affects your whole fucking mood? It's, for some people, a week, a couple of days, a month. I know motherfuckers that I see all the time that I make sure I don't give more than 10 minutes of my time to, because they negative Nelly. Yeah. There's something that they're holding on to that they want to bend after 10. 10 minutes is that time where you 5-10 minutes is the threshold of what I call the superficial bullshit. of conversation, right? Once you pass 10 minutes, you get the fuck out of there. Because if you stay there, they're going to go too deep. And if it ain't your cup of tea, you trap. And then motherfuckers going to make you give an opinion on some shit you don't want to give an opinion on. And now they got your shit in the can. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to be careful of how long you live that threshold. For me, it's 5 to 10 minutes, right? But I know people that no matter when I see them or talk to them, I don't know if you was at that show one time. God bless my man, knock on wood, big homie, Cool Mike Ski. One show I did for this motherfucker, and I never forget, it probably was the funniest set I did at his show because I addressed it's like 200 people in this room, and they all know Mike personally, so I was supporting them, right? And I get up there and I see, give it up for Mike, his birthday, blah, blah, blah. And I said, boy, I tell you something, man. I said, I called him. I said, y'all ever call Mike? I was like, is that not the deadliest downer motherfucker on the phone that you ever? I don't give a fuck. When you call Kumai Ski, that nigga, he start off like it's gonna be okay, but he gonna go and you stop. You on the fucking phone. Hey, bro, how you doing, man? Ain't nothing, man. Just chilling over there, man. You know, cool. Okay, yeah, I'm just chilling, man. Yeah, man, got tuberculosis yesterday, man. Yo. So the place is fucking in an uproar because everybody's like, oh my God. So I'm spending like 12 minutes on this topic. Then I go to about 10, 15 minutes of real jokes. Thank you, good night. I'm out by the bar. Every fucking body as they leaving out, go, my nigga. Nobody has the balls to say this shit. I said, this nigga, I could call this nigga smiling, putting up a Christmas tree, jingles in the back. And then 10 minutes talking to this nigga, I got a razor blade in my own shit. I don't want to be him.
Yo,
Sean,
you know what's so funny, T?
Yo, you are absolutely on point, especially with my man Cool Mike Ski. God bless him. Yeah, just like doom and gloom, the world's coming to an end. I like what the King Amir Sealy just talked about, positive thoughts and positive reactions, and that's what it has to be. But we gotta. Sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it. Like sometimes you just gotta practice it. You can sound like an asshole. You can talk in the street and just say to yourself, "I'm gonna have a great day. I'm gonna have a great day." You could just say just those positive affirmations that could help you get to the day, because sometimes the results will change if you believe it. A lot of it is just believing in something greater than yourself, something that you have a goal to want to attain, and just keep running it in your head over and over and over again. Just like you said, King Talent, like you're obsessed with the wrong thing. I understand. I know some people that are holding on to grudges. I know this comedian that freaking talks about the same 4 people all the time from stuff that happened 25 years ago. And I'm like, yo, bro, I can't, man. I can't do this. And you're right. And that's the beauty of us getting older. We can decipher the bullshit faster.
Right. That's true.
Like our bullshit meter game, as you get older, we recognize it. Because it was so much drama and it filled our needs back in the day for the bullshit when we was younger. And I say that respectively. But as we get older, we can see it. Talk to somebody. That 5-minute threshold, that 10-minute, you already know. Sometimes we can narrow some people down to 90 seconds. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's nothing wrong with that. It's just because of our experiences. So my whole thing is this. And that's another thing. Like if you tell a Debbie Downer that, hey man, listen, you're being down, and then it's a whole nother issue. But my whole thing is lead by example. Only one of the ways to combat this whole thing is stick with the winners, be around people that are progressive, that are positive. A lot of that will rub off. And I say it all the time, birds of a feather flock together. Tell me who you hang out with, I'll tell you who you are. You have to hang out with people that are on the same track as you, or if you want to get to a certain level, you hang out with those people. Because if we all hang out with people that are less motivated, then that's going to rub up on me. And that's what we don't want. So that would be my response to what you're saying, New York King, about the obsession, the grudge. Because grudge is easy to hold on to. We've all done it. I've done it in my life. Hold on.
It's
I can't
taxing, though.
stand
It's
this
too
motherfucker.
taxing. It's too taxing. Let me tell you something. I don't do that, bro. Like, and I don't know if it's my, now I'm talking like the women who talk to me and shit. I don't know if it's my zodiac. fucking women bring everything to the fucking astrology and shit. So I don't know if it's my zodiac or what, but I have this thing where I have a system where you just move on, bro. You move on. Like if something doesn't work or something goes against my grain, you just move on. It's like, I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna give you a thing where we're in a time where people don't know how to control their own lives and destiny. I'm gonna make a point. And closing on this, if you're gonna be obsessed with something, be obsessed with a thing, an idea, a thing, something that has something to do with bettering your situation, your occupation, your ingenuity, your intellect, whatever. Be obsessed with those things that do that. Do not get caught up in being obsessed with other human beings and people, because what happens is there's nothing more sad than being obsessed with a person who don't give a fuck about you. You literally don't exist to them. You literally don't exist. Like if they walked in the room and you walked in the room, it may say the security, keep the motherfucker over there. He's not allowed over here, or just zone you out. That's my shit. I just zone you out until I can't. If I can't, then my first step is you're invisible, right? Yeah. So that's my advice on the session. Now, this thing right here, I woke up and this fucking interview was playing with this lady, and these ladies had this dude. I don't know what to do. It's just a random dude giving his opinion. And it was like something, so you find that black women, that's what it was. It was a thing about dating outside race and the black woman. And he was like, well, I do date out the race because black women, man, you see something you like, you push up on it. He said, man, everything's fucking, the culture right now is everything is what can you pay and do for me? Like right away, I just met you. And you got a line of shit you want me to pay for, help you with your bill Tuesday, take you to eat, dessert, valet park. He said, nigga, by the time I'm $450 in, and this is $450 just to see if you even fucking like me.
Yeah.
Right? So the girl, I go to the comments, and so I don't want to say it was Selena Johnson, artist, was in the comment, and she did a whole thing like, oh, the guy got points, blah, blah, blah. I understand his pain and the culture and all that. And then I go into the comment, and I rarely ever comment on these things. And I had to. I said, this fucks me up about people's mentality. We have a problem applying the same thing to different parts of our life. I said, dude, I don't go through that shit you're talking about. Do I know they out there? Absolutely. But as soon as I know that's that chick, she's not the chick for me.
Yeah.
It's not every chick. So that's how she feel. Cool. What else is in this motherfucker? This is not the one for me. You understand what I'm saying? So you take control of your own choices and destiny. She don't make the choice for you to spend $450 on her. I do. Yeah. It's my $450.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I'm gonna go. This bitch over here gonna cost me $72.
Okay. Yeah. I'm good.
Right.
2 Gatorades. And so now I have on and Netflix and chill. $72 tops, Uber, everything. So this is my point about not being able to apply one thing to the next thing. How are you not in control of your choices when it comes to women? But if you want a pair of sneakers, certain type of sneakers, certain type of apartment you're looking for, certain type of shirt, coat, you pick this over that. You go, how many times we go to the sneaker store? We've been to the sneaker store a million times in our lifetime. And you look at the sneaker, I don't like this one, I want this one. So why you can't apply the same gift of choice and reason so if it's a woman and dating a woman? I can't fathom these guys with, I said, dude, you must be the most rubbery backbone motherfucker in the block, because A woman can make me do a motherfucking thing. The two things that's going to happen in a relationship with you and any woman is we're going to be fucking equal. So you're not happy, you can leave. I'm not happy, I can leave. We say what we say, we feel how we feel, and it's no disrespect, no love lost. That's my thing. I try to come and go with the least amount of love lost. Because why do we have to fight if we can't be together? Why is that a violent
prerequisite?
Why is that a toxic situation? Why we can't just sit down? I hear you. I heard you. I'm not willing to do that. I'm out.
That part. You know what's so crazy to your point too? I think what happens. I think what happens is we live in a world, to your point, and that's what I'm saying. We have all of these ideologies that we've just been following for years. So what happens is people can't and won't think outside of what they have come to realize as their norms. Marriage is, or a relationship is stringently, you go through these phases and the final result is you get married. No, not necessarily. And I'll tell you why. It's not necessarily because maybe marriage isn't in the cards for you. Maybe marriage isn't, something that is something that you and the other person can actually endure. See, I always tell people, I said, you got to start listening to all of your friends. Don't listen to, because people kill me with this. Well, why would you take advice from that person? Because when you get advice from different spaces and different places, it gives you an opportunity to hear different things so that you can make an educated decision. When I look at the landscape as it stands right now, like you said, where dating is concerned, like I told you, I'm out here in Vegas. I don't know Vegas from a can of paint as far as the people go and so forth and so on. But two funny stories real quick. Friday night when we went out to dinner, y'all know how I am. Y'all see how I dress. Like fedora, I might throw on the plaid pants and one of my polo tops. It was a white couple sitting next to us. The husband said, "Hey, bro, I got to tell you, that's just a mean getup that you got together." Now his wife, they were both very attractive couple. She was 56 and he was 58. So they said, "What are you celebrating?" I said, "I'm celebrating my birthday, 55. It was like, "Oh, we got you by a couple of years." They was like, "But it only gets better." Now, when the husband said, "I couldn't pull off an outfit like this," his wife didn't even pan away. She said, "Yeah, you couldn't, baby. You really couldn't do anything like that." She didn't laugh. She just said that straight to his face. And he said, "No, she's right." But what I loved about it was the honesty and the reality of saying to yourself, this isn't something that's in my wheelhouse. Last night, one of the spots we went to, again, different get up, but still fedora, whatever. Y'all know how I do. Every cat in there got a baseball cap on. The game is on, so everybody got on their jerseys. I didn't come with a jersey. I came like Amir comes. Dude said to me, he said, "Yo, bro, you super clean." He said, "I ain't even gonna lie to you." He said, "When you stepped in the building," and this was, the dude was bigger than me in the whole line. He said, "When we stepped in the building," I was like, "Yo, whoever this cat is, he didn't come to play." I don't come to what you call it. I come to inspire, because when I see it's just comedy. When I see a Sean Harvey comedy t-shirt, I'm inspired by that. That's our job, is to inspire each other. It is not to tear each other down. It is not to look at somebody and go, "Oh, he or she is trying to outdo me or outshine me." No, they're trying to help you turn that light on in yourself, because so many of us are afraid to shine the way that we're supposed to shine because we think we're supposed to emulate something in somebody else, and you're not. God, or whatever your higher power or being, put you here for your specific light to be a beacon to somebody and for somebody, even if it's not just for yourself. And if we ever get to a place and a point where we start to really understand that and operate out of that energy, all the rest of it will take care of itself. The last thing I'll say, because you both made great points in the last thing we talked about, avoid energy vultures. I don't care who they are. I don't care if it's friends and family. I don't care if it's your kids. I don't care if it's the people who come up to you after your shows. If you find yourself around somebody who's an energy vulture, and that's what they are, because if you ever notice, sometimes you be in those spaces, like you said, 10 minutes into the conversation, 90 seconds into the conversation, now they got you feeling bad. I wasn't feeling bad when I got here. I didn't start feeling bad until you started laying your whatever you're going through on me. I was right. I came in here smiling. I felt good. I was up tempo and all. We have to understand that protecting, and I hate to say the word peace, but protecting your energy is probably the most valuable thing you can do, because your energy lends to everything else that you bring to the world. So protect that at any and all costs. I had to say that, man.
He, a New York King, he says, protect your energy at all costs, which is true. But you said, and thanks for sharing, Amir, you always dropping these jewels. But back to the New York King, when he said, fellas, do you have a backbone? He said the word backbone. And I equate that to fellas, what's up with your self-esteem? Like, what I think it's more of a man issue than a women issue. Women could put the offer out there. If you want to take me out, blah, 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 like you said, $400 or $500. It's us men to say, wait a minute. Fellas, it's okay to make a decision. It's okay not to spend $400 and $500 on somebody to get to know you. It's okay if you don't stand for nothing, you fall for anything. Yeah, right. You talk about backbone. There's low self-esteem with men right now. Men are sitting there online looking at these women that don't even exist. There's a warped sense of reality with women. You look at a woman on IG, an IG model, and you see the woman in the supermarket, and now you think every woman's supposed to be the IG model. You want to buy that chick, and number one, you can't afford it. And men, it's real. What I'm about to say is really weird. Date in your budget. Date in your budget, fellas. First of all, if you're gonna be in a relationship, it's gonna cost you some money. It's gonna cost you money to be in a relationship. Hey, that's facts. If your paper's light, stay away, or be honest and let them know. I want to say this to the men. Men, let's get some courage, bro. What was it? Was it the 10 Man in the Wizard of Oz, or the lion that wanted to get courage? Fellas, get some old school courage and make a decision. You get, when the woman says, yo, if you want to know me, we got to spend $700. It's okay to say no. A New York King, I like what you said. $72, and that includes the Uber and everything else. I love what you said, Amir. I said culture, energy vultures. Energy vultures. Men.
But here's some funny shit, Sean. You know what's funny too? On top of that is, you just mentioned the Instagram model, and everybody trying to look like that and all that. Let me explain something to you. I fucking hate all that makeup shit, bro. And fuck your baby hairs, fuck your makeup, because you ain't looking like how you look. Fuck all that cartoon shit, right? At this age and the stage of the game, a woman that we meet, Sean, they done lived a little bit, we done lived a little bit. Bitch, you a used car.
Yeah.
So ain't no more new cars. If you ain't a pedophile, ain't no new cars. These are all used cars if you're playing legit and you're a grown-ass fucking man. And all that makeup and shit and baby and shit, you know what that is? You ever go by the nigga that sell the used cars and they shine that motherfucker up crispy, try to sell it.
Yeah.
What's under the hood, bitch?
Thank you, T.
Right.
Thank you,
You
T.
missing spark plugs. But you want to do all this shit and social media, the angles, they got all the angles.
Not to mention the filters. The filters.
Filters, angles. So then when I see you, now you're throwing it back because I'm throwing it back. So my reaction my face might be a little, what the fuck is this? So now you got an attitude because I'm treating you a certain way, or my reaction is a certain way. Real, recognize real. And real wins at the end of the day. You can make yourself whatever you want to make it. Get caught up in this social media. It's not a real world. Get caught up in that and make yourself that. But at some point, and I mean this, so my dead grandmother, dead mother and father, at some point, you're going to have to deal with a real person. Yeah. And do real shit in real time. Yeah. And what are you going to do when that happens? You know, they so fucked up. Remember when it was a whole big thing? You go to the airport with the bonnets and shit because they don't spend money, got the shit done. They don't fuck it up. So I'm going to go to the airport through the bonnet. You failed right there.
Yeah.
You
Thank
failed right there. Bitch, you ain't figure out how to wear a hairdo for a while.
Okay. And what are we doing? To your point and to that point, the addition of this whole ideology that men in general prefer the IG models or the super made Barbie, the new made Barbies and all that stuff. We really don't. Look, some scars, some heart, some life is always better than any of these other made up things that you think men want. Don't get me wrong. Like Sean alluded to it earlier. I heard some women talking about there was a little pouch. If you looked at Alicia Keys from the side, you had a little fupa or whatever, that little stomach area below. Oh, she had the little stomach, looked like she was pregnant. What? Look, again, you hating trifling ass women out here. Stop. She looked incredible. She did a fabulous job of picking out an outfit and a look that really set off the whole performance, and her part in particular. Now, the fact that you may or may not be able to pull that off, that is on you. But stop being so frustrated and mad at people who are doing things that you wish you could do. Because the reality of it all, and Talent hit the nail on the head, if y'all don't take nothing else from this particular motivational show, is obsessed. Be obsessed with being the best version of you that you know how to be. Stop trying to be other versions of things that you think people want and or need you to be, because we don't. I don't need you to be a carbon copy of somebody. I need you to be the first version of you, because that one is already taken. Each and every time, it's already taken. You can't outdo an original. You can't. All you can do is copy it to the best of your ability. You can add a few little quirks and act like, oh, I'm the truth. No, you're not. You're copying an original, and originals are called originals for a reason. Learn to be an original. Learn to be the best version of you that you know
yourself,
how to be, and let that be it. Because otherwise.
And here's the thing, Amir. You're talking about learning to be the best version of yourself. Here's the thing. Understand this. There's a difference, and this goes out to the ladies, the young ladies, or old ladies, I don't give a fuck, women in general. There's a difference. You're spending all this money on makeup and all this makeover shit, BBL and all this stuff. There's a difference in a man looking at you and actually wanting to be with you. I'm going to say that again. There's a difference in being looked at and then actually finding someone who will want to be with you. Because I remember growing up, like, one of the running inside jokes with me and my little crew is, even back then, we always liked natural beauty. We hated makeup, right? So we go out, you meet a girl, but you put up with it. You say, oh, this is part of the game, whatever. Put up with it. But shit, the next day, the bitch wake up and the makeup's on the pillow and you see the real face. Grand opening, grand closing. So you did all of that shit and all you got was a one night stand, some cuddle time maybe, a blow your back out session or whatever you want to call it. But once the real you came through, this is why Amir's point is so great when he says, be the best version of you. Be who you are. Don't be, because that shit comes off.
Yeah.
Do that nigga like you enough to sit there and talk to you? A real relationship, maybe in the bathroom, he brushes his teeth. This bitch got the pad taking the makeup off, and they still talking because they like each other. That means he already know what's under the mask. He likes the mask. He loves the mask. He can deal with the woman, whoever she is. And he realizes the makeup ain't for me. That's for you. You're not putting that shit on for me. I like you. I really like you, the natural girl. But you want to go out and you want to highlight this and you want to put the things on, the lashes and the eyebrows fleek. Fuck out of here, fleek. They want to do all this shit, right? And that's for you. That's not for me. Make no mistake about it.
Yeah. That's
I think Amir hit the nail. Amir hit the nail on the head, man. Be yourself, best version of yourself. We got to get out of here. I appreciate everybody. Monday, Motivation Monday. We right back at you. You see those guys. Sean Harvey from the Sean Harvey Morning Show. Amir Silly right there. I've been your boy, Talent Harris. Guys, I'm about to go take my sister out to dinner.
Congrats, fella. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
And,
Happy birthday.
Monday night show, and we're out here in Charlotte. With shout out to Comedy Bay on Instagram, aka Amber James. She's featuring act. Comedian Buckwild out of Phillies holding it down. So if you got people out here, send them our way. All right, send them our way. We're gonna be at Infinity Live tonight, 8:30. It's going down over there. Come see us. Do what the hell you got to do. Get your laugh on. Oh, and it's free tonight for all the ladies. All the ladies are free. Guys only ones paying at the door. Ladies are free. So guys, that's your cue. That $20, fuck that $450. That 20, that's worth it. That's a good
Right.
investment. That's a good investment, Sean, to come into a venue with nothing to win. And have your selection. Strike up some conversations. Oh, she ain't for me. Or I like how she think. Yo, she's intellectual. Yo, we got shit in common. That's how you do it, fella. You don't have to pick the first one. Oh, yeah, you like her ass. Okay. Well, it's a $450 ass. You willing to do all of that for that ass? And she might just let you go 1-1.
Yeah. True story.
I'm not spending money on ass, man, and I get to just go 1-1. I got to be a spiritual motherfucker with my oils in this. I've been watching too much porn. That oil shit is out of control. But I will say this: when you take that edible and that shit kick in, it's like, oh fuck it. It's like Godfather 1 and 2. Long movie. Anyway, love y'all. Nothing y'all can do about it. See y'all next Monday right here. Shout out to super producer Prophet Pete. We out of here. Let's go, Pete.
It's Monday, cocksuckers. And you better come prepared because they don't fuck around on Monday. Monday, most people come in. I had such a great weekend. Oh my God. Go fuck yourself. That was then. This is now, bitch. It's a whole new set of rules. It's Monday. If you ain't waking up with a taste of blood in your fucking mouth like a shark 5 feet from the shore, you fucked up. You understand? Because Monday is when you go, everybody else is like, still the weekend.